Stage 9 of the Vuelta. Um, it looked to be an interesting stage, but in the end, nothing much happened. Because at the start of the stage, like echelons were created, and it looked like some favorites were gonna be in trouble and maybe lose some time. But before the final mountain climb, everyone was back together. And I think the reason behind that was because Evenepoel was very alert and was always in the first echelon, which is why Jumbo Visma, who view Evenepoel as their biggest rival, probably decided not to continue riding hard, um, and disallowing all the other favorites to come back. Um, I did read something interesting in the newsreel because there was no footage at the time that Evenepoel was working very hard in that echelon, which is kind of strange because you would think that you just need to make sure you're in the first echelon but not waste too much energy whilst actually in it, because there was still a final climb coming up. Um, the final climb was also not as interesting as initially hoped because they shortened the stage for the favorites. Well, they still had to reach the finish, but the final time was put forward like 2 kilometers before the first finish, the actual finish. So yeah, this was kind of strange to see because they did it because apparently there was some mud on the road and it was gonna be dangerous. But looking on the TV, I saw nothing that was truly dangerous for the riders, if I'm honest. But maybe because of all the controversy at the start of Vuelta, they was gonna be extra careful this time around. Um, but yeah, as result, they basically shortened the stage for the favorites for by 2 kilometers. Um, and the first part of that final climb was not too difficult, so more or less all of the contenders stayed together, and Roglic sprinted for that finish, that new finish, and he got like maybe a second or two in Evenepoel max, but nothing much, like nothing major. If he got a second or two at all, it was very difficult to gauge. But like Moss came right behind Roglic, and then came Evenepoel. But was the gap between between Moss and Roglic big enough to have a time difference? I'm not really sure. Maybe they're gonna be putting the same time. Maybe Roglic is gonna gain 2 seconds, but like it's not much. And it means that Evenepoel will still get to start after Roglic and after Vingegaard for the TT after the rest day, which gives a slight mental advantage, not a big one, a very, very slight mental advantage, because of course you can't change your TT, like you're gonna ride max, and yeah, there's not much changing that. Um, but maybe mentally it gives the slightest of edges. Um, I think that TT is gonna be very important for what's gonna come next in the Vuelta. Of course, like Danglery is also there and stuff like that. But like tactically wise, the TT will be important. Um, so yeah, tomorrow it's a rest day, and on Tuesday we'll see where the chips fall.